Transform your beads into sparkling butterflies that are ready to take flight. Make a pair of earrings or a simple necklace. Let's see how they're made. First, we're going to make 4 butterfly wings. The top 2 are the same, and the bottom 2 are the same. The only difference is the bottom 2 have additional beads to make the tails at the end. And then learn how to bring it all together, complete with a loop of beads to add a jump ring. To make the butterfly wings, you're going to need 4 of the 4mm Bicone crystals, size 11 DELICA beads, and size 15 seed beads. And begin with 3 feet of thread on your needle to make all 4 wings. Let's begin by making one of the top wings for our butterfly. Begin by picking up 7 of the DELICA beads on your needle and then bring them down near the end of your thread and leaving just a little bit of a tail so you can hang on to it. And then hold it between your fingers and needle back through the 4th bead. You're going to pull all the thread until those beads come together to form a little square at the top. Pick up 1 more of your DELICA beads, skipping 1, come through the next one, and again pulling that into place so your beads sit side by side. Picking up 1 more DELICA bead, needle up through the one on the very end, and then you want these 2 on the bottom to also sit side by side. Another DELICA bead, coming into the next one, having it sit in the little gap, and then 1 more, coming through the next one, again pulling it into place between the 2 seed beads, needling through this one here on the end, and then step through the next seed bead. And we'll put a DELICA here and here between the sticking out ones. So pick one up, come through the next one, pulling it into place. And then 1 more DELICA coming through here, pulling it into place, picking 1 up, this time needling through 2. It will sit down here at the end, and then 1 more through the next 2, filling in that little gap there, and then needle through the top and come down the next 2, and 1 more DELICA, come through the next 2. And let that fill the spot on the other side. And step through the one at the very end. I'm going to trim off the tail. 1 DELICA, your 4mm Bicone, and 1 DELICA. Coming out of here, needle through the one on the other end, and let the Bicone sit on top. Then needle back through the seed bead, Bicone, and seed bead. Hold on to it and pull tight. That way you get this nice little curve. Your thread came out of one side of the DELICA here at the end. Now you need to needle through the other side of it and set everything in place. And then needle up the next 3 delicas. Pick up 3 more. Come through this one here on the end. Then pick up 3 more. And this time we're going to needle through the 3 delicas just before the end on the other side. Pull that tight. Step through this one here. The next step will be putting 3/15 up here to round off the end. So needle back through the seed beads along the edge, picking up 3 size 15 seed beads this time, and coming through to the other side. And that's going to bring those together to form a rounded end. Continue through your delicas along the side until you're exiting one away from the end, and then turn your top wing over. Finish off your thread by working your way back through the delicas on the side, retracing the beads so your thread path doesn't show. Working your way back up towards the outer side of the wing, near the 3/15s, coming through this one up here, and then I'll drop back down 1 or 2 beads and trim off the thread. We have 1 upper wing, and you'll need to make 2. And now we're ready to move on and make the bottom wing of the butterfly. On the bottom wing, the only difference is the amount of size 15 seed beads. So go ahead and complete another wing to the point of adding size 15 seed beads. And for the bottom butterfly wings, you're going to complete it until you're to the point that you need to add your size 15 seed beads. And pick up 4 of the size 15 seed beads and drop them down the thread next to the wing, skipping the one on the end. Come through the very next one, and you're going to want to pull that seed bead up next to everything. The best way to do it is to just hold on to it and pull it into place so it's nice and tight. Pick up 2 more of the size 15 seed beads and come through the delicas and pulling those together to form the tail of your wing. Continue along the edge and exit 1 delica before the end. And just like before, you're going to turn this over and then finish off your thread through the delicas on the back. And size 11 seed beads to connect everything together. And now that we're going to put the butterfly together, I just went ahead and put 18 inches of thread on a needle with some size 15 seed beads and the size 11 seed beads. Picking up 4 of the size 11 seed beads, bringing them down near the end of the thread, coming back through the first one to form a unit of right angle weave, and then retrace it 1 time, just coming back through all the beads where the tail and working thread meet, adding a knot, and then come through 1 more bead past the knot, pulling the working thread and tail tight, 3 more of the size 11 seed beads, needling back through the one that your thread is exiting to form another unit of right angle weave, and then needle up 1 through the one on the end and into 1 more. Trim off your tail, and we'll needle through the base of one of the upper wings and then through here, pulling the wing right into that spot. Now we're going to add the lower wing coming through the center here, and then through the seed bead here at the bottom, pulling the bottom wing on, and pick up the other bottom wing coming through here, pulling it into place, and then add the second top wing right here, pulling it into place back through the center. The next step, we're going to connect the wings together, coming down the round seed bead and the DELICA, and then needle through the first 3 DELICAs on the top wing, and then needle through the 3 DELICAs of the bottom wing towards the center, just before the point where it attaches. And that way the 2 wings will now be connected together. Just pull your thread tight, and then step through the DELICA at the base of this wing, and then come through the round seed bead here, through the DELICA at the base of the bottom wing. We'll connect the other side, needling through the first 3 DELICAs, and then connecting it with the 3 DELICAs of the upper wing above it. Needling through the DELICA here at the base of your upper wing, up one of the round seed beads. We're going to pick up 7 of the size 15 seed beads to make the antenna. Drop them down the thread next to the body, skip the one on the end, and then needle back through the other 6 and back down through the size 11. And then coming through the 11 here in the middle, and then needle up 1 more, and then pick up 7 more of the size 15 seed beads. Bring them down the thread next to the butterfly. Again, skip the one on the end, needle back through all 6, plus the size 11 underneath it. Now turn your butterfly over and pull the thread to the back side so it's coming out the 11 on the back. Pick up 5 more of the size 15 seed beads and come through the 11 on the opposite side of the one that your thread is coming out of. And that will form a little loop here on the back. Needling down through the base of the next wing, and then through the next 11, and then come through 1 more wing, and then finish off your thread just like you did when you made your wings by retracing some of the delicas on the back of the wing, working your way out towards the tail through the delicas and the one closest to the tail of the wing, and then reverse direction to lock the thread into place, coming down another bead or 2 and trimming off the thread. And now the loop that you just made on the back, is a great little spot to add a jump ring. Close it up, and now your butterfly is ready to hang. Hi, it's Sherry here at the Little Beading Closet. Thanks for checking out the beaded butterflies. Maybe you have a new pair of earrings or a pendant or a gift for somebody. Mother's Day is coming up. Anyhow, as always, I hope you have a beautiful day.